Gautam Raj Anand is the founder of Hubhopper and he has also been featured in Forbes magazine.
Basically, what Hubhopper is colloquially called a hosting and distribution platform
Okay.
that sits between creators on one side and many platforms on the other.
When you started, I remember, तब इंडिया में पॉडकास्ट पता ही नहीं था लोगों को क्या होता है. So what were the challenges that you faced?
The challenges there were many more challenges than there weren't. I remember going in for meetings and people telling me to leave the room.
How to make money out of a podcast?
That's
Because
a
money
great
is
question.
important. आप एक हद तक अपने पैशन को फॉलो कर सकते हो, बट इफ यू नॉट अर्निंग आउट ऑफ इट, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस कहीं ना कहीं खत्म हो जाता है.
You can get a sponsor for your podcast, and a sponsor for your podcast is something that people will inherently understand fairly well, right?
And how can brands make the most through podcasting?
I think every brand must
Should
have a podcast because
Absolutely.
it's almost like saying every brand must have a conversation. Most podcasters don't cross their 4th episode. So if you crossed your 4th episode, you're already in the top 10%.
हाय एवरीबॉडी. सो आज का पॉडकास्ट बहुत ही स्पेशल होने वाला है बिकॉज आई हैव मिस्टर गौतम राज आनंद विद अस. एंड गौतम राज आनंद इज द फाउंडर ऑफ हबहॉपर एंड ही हैज आल्सो बीन फीचर्ड इन फोर्ब्स मैगजीन. एट द सेम टाइम आज का पॉडकास्ट स्पेशल इसलिए क्योंकि इट्स अबाउट पॉडकास्टिंग. एंड यू नो व्हाट, आई एम गोइंग टू शेयर समथिंग पर्सनल हियर. मैंने पॉडकास्टिंग स्टार्ट करी थी जब कोविड टाइम चल रहा था. एंड पॉडकास्टिंग फॉर मी इज नॉट जस्ट कि पॉडकास्ट रिकॉर्ड करना एंड दैट्स इट. But it was more like a safe space for me. It was a space where I could share anything that I wanted. It was a space जहाँ पे मैं अपने challenges, अपनी story, अपने heartbreaks सब कुछ share कर सकती थी without being scared कि मुझे कोई judge करेगा. And that was podcasting for me. And COVID time में 0 से 1 million listens हुए on a podcasting platform, and it was possible just because of Hubhopper. Hubhopper इंडिया का largest hosting platform है. And आज हम बात कर रहे हैं Hubhopper के founder से जिनका नेम है मिस्टर गौतम. So आप सोचेंगे कि पॉडकास्ट का क्या ही इम्पैक्ट होता है, राइट? कि इतने सारे लोग पॉडकास्ट बना रहे हैं, कई लोग वियर्ड बातें कर रहे हैं, कई लोग सेंसिबल बातें कर रहे हैं. बट टुडे आई एम गोना स्टार्ट विद द स्टोरी. सो जब मैं अपना पॉडकास्ट बनाती थी, मैं तो सिर्फ रैंडमली बना रही थी कि आई वांट टू शेयर माय हार्ट आउट विद द वर्ल्ड. अपने चैलेंजेस शेयर कर रही थी. And randomly, I got a message from a person. He was one of my listener from Kolkata, and he messaged me कि मेघा मैम, I'm getting inspired by your podcast. मैं आपको अभी मैसेज कर रहा हूँ और मैं आपका पॉडकास्ट हर दिन सुनूंगा. And I'll message you after a month when I get a job. उस जने ने, I was like, ये तो रैंडम सा मैसेज, जैसे बहुत सारे मैसेजेस आते हैं. उस जने ने मुझे 1 month बाद मैसेज करा कि मेघा मैम, थैंक यू सो मच, आई हैव गॉट अ जॉब बिकॉज आई गॉट इंस्पायर्ड बाय योर पॉडकास्ट. एंड दैट वाज द डे व्हेन आई रियलाइज्ड पावर ऑफ पॉडकास्टिंग, पावर ऑफ योर वॉइस. कई बार लगता है ना कि हम पॉडकास्ट स्टार्ट करेंगे, हमें कौन सुनेगा? ट्रस्ट मी, योर वॉइस मैटर्स. आपकी जर्नी मैटर करती है. एंड इट डजंट मैटर आप कौन सी लैंग्वेज में बना रहे हो, आप हिंदी, इंग्लिश, तेलुगु, किसी में भी बना रहे हो, बट आपकी वॉइस मैटर करती है. एंड दिस पॉडकास्ट इज स्पेसिफिकली फॉर ईच वन ऑफ यू जो पॉडकास्ट स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं बट कहीं ना कहीं डरते हैं कि कैसे स्टार्ट करें पॉडकास्ट. सो वी हैव द एक्सपर्ट with us today. So let's get started, and also like and subscribe to our channel and watch this video till the end. Okay, so it's gonna be a random question. So do you celebrate your birthday?
Actually, I didn't used to celebrate my birthday. It wasn't a big thing in my family. But
Okay.
once I got married,
Yeah.
my wife brought that tradition into the household.
Yeah.
And now when my birthday comes around, I think we start planning a month prior to my birthday. For me, it was just an excuse to have a party.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
But now it becomes this whole shindig. Like it's this whole
Celebration.
Yeah, it's this whole preparation.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's good because I mean she's wonderful. She like knows how to celebrate people.
Wow.
And so yeah.
That's such a beautiful thing. And do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Have you seen ghosts?
I've had some very scary and peculiar experiences.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So do you believe in God also? Like,
Yeah, of course.
yes.
Yeah, I'm agnostic. I'm not very focused on religion and what man
That's-
says about God, but I am definitely a believer in
God.
a higher power.
What is higher power according to you?
I think a higher power is where, you know, there even Einstein, closer towards the end of his life, he basically spoke about he was so surprised by the randomness of how actually life would come about. There's so many different things that needed to align in the universe. So many unique and different things that needed to align in the universe for you and me to be sitting right here, you know, across from one another. That it couldn't be by chance.
Exactly.
So there's a wonderful, beautiful quote by him that's actually about just this. Yeah. So which is about the, like, you know, the fact that there must be a higher power. So if the most celebrated scientist of all time, close to the end of his life, found a way to believe it, then mere mortals like us can as well.
Yeah, exactly. And the way that you mentioned that there's nothing as such as a coincidence. Everything is magic. It's just we are so in that adulting form कि हम भूल गए कि सब कुछ magic होता है. It's not coincidence. कई बारी, since you're a founder, okay, so you will relate to this. जब आपके mind में कोई vision आता है, like you had this vision of building Hubhopper, a podcasting platform. हर जने के माइंड में वो विजन नहीं आएगा. हर जना पॉडकास्टिंग नहीं करना चाहेगा, ना ही एक प्लेटफॉर्म बनाना चाहेगा. वो ड्रीम आपको दिया जाता है ताकि उसे आप फुलफिल करो. एंड ऑब्वियसली हमारी जर्नी में जब भी एज फाउंडर्स वी स्टार्ट समथिंग, इट्स नॉट अ रोजी रोड. इट्स फुल ऑफ चैलेंजेस. सो जब आपने पॉडकास्टिंग प्लेटफॉर्म लाइक स्टार्ट किया, हबहॉपर का आपके माइंड में आइडिया आया, what were the challenges that you faced? मतलब लोग बिलीव कर रहे थे, because when you started, I remember, तब इंडिया में पॉडकास्ट पता ही नहीं था लोगों को क्या होता है. So what were the challenges that you faced?
I mean, the challenges there were many more challenges than there weren't. Okay. And ironically enough, I don't know what had sort of taken over me. I was in a very different career trajectory. I used to work at a bank. I used to work at Barclays.
Oh.
And basically, I really hated my job. I found it very boring.
Yeah.
So
I started, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I love my job.
Yeah. So I started to listen to podcasts as a way to distract myself. And as you rightly said, some things happened by chance because Barclays had put up firewalls for like accessing all websites that one normally accesses, right? So we couldn't access Facebook, couldn't access YouTube, couldn't access. And so in desperation to make my day a little bit more fun, I started to listen to podcasts.
Okay.
And it was this entire universe that had opened up for me, this Alice in Wonderland universe that had opened up for me.
Wow.
And at that time, I didn't know I wanted to do anything in podcasts, but I was very perplexed by the medium. So I remember asking people about podcasts. Nobody knew what the word meant. Exactly. Not one person. And the more I thought about it, the more obsessed I became with it, because it was more language agnostic. It allowed for many more people that spoke different languages to create. It was more literacy agnostic. It didn't matter what somebody's educational background was.
Exactly.
It was more capital friendly. But yet nobody knew about this space. So exactly. I didn't understand. So I wanted to be a part of building towards this space. And I was super young. So you're lucky that you're, like you have delusional optimism. So I left Barclays to start something. But you mentioning challenges, I don't know what wasn't a challenge. I had, I didn't know anything about tech.
Yeah.
Zero.
You learned it on your own.
I had to learn it. I mean, not on my own. The first programmer we got on board, he moved in with me.
Was it Rahul?
Yes.
Yeah, I read his story. I heard his story.
Yeah, so he moved in with me, stayed with me for 2 years, and he taught me everything. And we used to have hackathons. I did every major trope that one would see about creating a company. So I thought a company meant that at that time you put sticky notes on a wall and like
draw tables and develop strategies and all, but it is way beyond that.
I used to write on mirrors and windows because I believed that that's what you had to do, because those are all the things you saw in like
startups.
But so I literally knew zilch. I knew nothing and had to sort of build from there. I'd never hired anybody before. Imagine hiring for somebody whose skill set you don't understand. So I used to hire for programmers,
Yeah.
and they used to give me the answers, but
Hmm.
I didn't know whether the answer was right or wrong.
Exactly. This is such a tough situation,
Yeah.
right? They're working for 24/7 or they're
Yeah.
working for 8 hours, but you don't know if whether they're doing the work or not, or they're just sharing some
Yeah.
code with you
Yeah.
or from an online platform.
Yeah.
It's so challenging.
So, I mean, I think, and then I was young, so when I would go in for meetings, it would be hard to be taken seriously. So that's when I grew a beard.
Oh.
I used to wear specs.
Yeah. To look serious.
And the specs didn't have any power.
Oh.
So it was very peculiar. So everything was stacked up against you. And there's again this one very sort of important thing for any founder, that if you try and see the size of the mountain when you're just about to start, you'll never climb it, right?
Exactly.
So only when you look at it retrospectively, you're like, oh God, this mountain was really big.
Yeah, then you realize it, oh my God, I've come so far.
Yeah, so look at the next step. Don't look
at the
too high up.
Up. And just you mentioned कि it is so important to have the right team, right? जब भी आप कुछ build कर रहे हो, team members और उनकी same intention होना भी बहुत important होता है. बट फाउंडर की जर्नी में आई फील सबसे टफ डिसीजन होता है करेज लाना. वो करेज लाना कि लोगों के सामने अपना आइडिया को रख सको. लाइक व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड माय कंपनी, मैंने अपने डैड को नहीं बताया था. मैं चायोस में बैठ के काम करती थी. इट्स अ रियल एस्टेट बेस्ड कंपनी बिकॉज माय डैड इज अ बिल्डर एंड ही वाज लाइक इट्स नॉट फॉर गर्ल्स. एंड जब पापा को बताया, ऑब्वियसली नाउ वी आर लाइक इट्स एट अ वेरी गुड प्लेटफॉर्म. वी हैव एक्सपैंडेड इट टू दुबई ऑल्सो. बट वो बहुत डर करेज चाहिए होती है कि बोल के कि नहीं, आई एम नॉट गोना डू दिस, आई एम गोना फॉलो माई पैशन एंड हैव दैट फेथ इन इट. मैंने कभी जॉब नहीं करी, बट डू यू थिंक आपकी लाइफ में भी कोई ऐसा इंसिडेंट था जब आपने करेज शो करा है कि नो, आई एम गोना फॉलो माई पैशन, नो मैटर फैमिली क्या कह रही है, नो मैटर फ्रेंड्स क्या कह रहे हैं, नो मैटर कोई बिलीव करे या नहीं करे, आई एम गोना बिलीव इन इट. व्हेन वाज इट?
I would say, look, I was very lucky because my family was exceedingly supportive.
Wow.
But you know, when you're just sort of starting out, it's kind of, you stick out a little bit like a sore thumb when you're around your peers, because your peers are all doing corporate jobs, and I was literally the only one that had done a corporate job and then decided to go another route.
Yeah.
So that was a scary year, I would say. And I remember going in for meetings, and a lot of people talk about how founders should be supported, etc. I think the worst thing you can do is when somebody is in just an ideation phase, and when somebody doesn't know what they're doing, to actually break their confidence.
Exactly. And there are so many people who do that,
and
right?
There's so many people that do that, which is just the weirdest thing. Because everybody claims and wants to believe that they're not like that, but a founder will retrospectively always remember the people that were nice to them.
Yes.
And will always retrospectively remember the people that were horrible to them. Because I remember going for meetings, people saying ye nahi chalega. I remember going in for meetings and people telling me to leave the room. But I also remember meetings that I went for in which the person on the other side should have insulted me. They should have told me to get the hell out. But they were kind. And their kindness made me believe in, even though I was talking bullshit in front of them. The truth is, I'll give you one example, actually. I'll give you two examples. One example was, it's a hilarious story. I had no product. I had nothing. I didn't even know what Hubhopper was. So I'd created a GIF. And this GIF, I had basically written this mail, which sounded almost like I'm talking about the advent of AI. Like some next level thing. And I sent it to the managing director of Sequoia. Which is the largest venture capital fund on earth, right? So I sent it to the managing director of Sequoia India. And I believed, because, when you're young and you're just a founder starting out, you believe you're indestructible. So I said, of course, like he's going to reply.
There are no limits.
Yeah.
No self-limiting limits or any limits. Yeah.
So weirdly enough, he mailed me back. So he said, come meet me. I didn't have a product. Imagine this guy only meets like rock
big
stars,
people, yeah.
Right? So he says, come and meet me. So I flew down. I didn't have a co-founder. So I got my brother to come down with me. Both of us wore suits and went and sat inside a conference room of Sequoia's office in Bombay.
Then.
And I remember he walked in, and basically he started to listen to us. And he kept asking me, so what are you building? What is the problem you're solving? Or what is the total addressable market? I didn't know any of these words. I didn't know what anything. I didn't Sam. I didn't know what any of this meant.
Yes.
So I kept just harking on about how the world is going to change. This is going to change. That's going to change. So he immediately realized that this guy is a really fresh founder.
Yes.
All right. Now he had two options. Option number one is, I've just wasted 1 hour of his time. He could have told me to get the hell out of his room and basically
gain experience and come back.
Or just get the hell out.
Out.
Because that 1 hour is very valuable.
Exactly.
His 1 hour was very valuable. Meeting a 23-year-old was definitely not worth his while, especially one that didn't have any idea what he was talking about. And then he had a harder option, which is to sit through the 45 minutes of a mumbling, bumbling idiot talking about something that even he doesn't know
and how was his response to it?
He chose the latter. He listened quietly, listened. And all he did was give me like points of affirmation. All he did was tell me what I could do better. All he did was tell me to keep my head down and keep moving on. And now when I think about it, I was like, somewhere in his mind, he chose a path of kindness when he could have chosen a path of being rude.
Exactly.
And I've seen people in the same type of meetings at the same stage that chose, many more people choose the former.
Exactly.
They're like, what the hell are you saying? Get the hell out.
I agree with you.
You know? So that was an example of somebody that...
That's very nice. And मैंने भी अपनी लाइफ में ऑब्जर्व करा है कि जब आप जो जेन्युइनली अच्छे हैं ना, जिन्होंने अपने आप स्क्रैच से सब कुछ बिल्ड करा है, वो लोग सबसे ज़्यादा हम्बल होते हैं अपनी लाइफ में. जिन्होंने लाइक पापा के पैसे से वेल्थ बन गई या फिर नॉट सेल्फ अर्न्ड सेल्फ मेड पीपल नहीं है, उन्हें कदर नहीं होती. दे आर लिटिल बिट ईगोइस्टिक. दैट्स व्हाट आई बिलीव इन. बट इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि जब आप एक फाउंडर हो, इवन तो बाहर के लोग बोलेंगे, इवन जो वेल एस्टेब्लिश्ड लोग हैं वो भी बोलेंगे, बट इट इज़ सो इम्पॉर्टेंट टू हैव दैट सेल्फ बिलीफ. हो सकता था कि आप किसी की हाँ स्टेटमेंट से रुक जाते हो उस समय, राइट, बट यू हैड दैट सेल्फ बिलीफ विद इन यू दैट मोटिवेटेड यू टू गो फॉरवर्ड इवन व्हेन जब आप रिजेक्शन देख रहे थे, राइट. सो दैट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट. सो टू ऑल द पीपल आउट देयर, अगर आप भी अपनी लाइफ में कुछ ना कुछ ड्रीम रखते हो, कुछ ना कुछ पैशन रखते हो, डू फॉलो इट. आपको अच्छे लोग भी मिलेंगे, आपको बुरे लोग भी मिलेंगे, बट इट्स योर डिसीजन कि आप क्या चूज़ करते हो. आपको किसी की बुरी बात सुन के सैड होके रोने लग जाना है, या अगर कोई लोग बुरा भी बोल रहे हैं, यू डोंट गिव अप ऑन योर पैशन, यू डोंट गिव अप ऑन योर सेल्फ और योर ड्रीम. सो मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, यू आर द फाउंडर ऑफ हबहॉपर. ओके, सो पॉडकास्टिंग ना मेरे लिए बहुत क्लोज है, क्योंकि मैंने पॉडकास्टिंग स्टार्ट करी थी कोविड टाइम में. सो इट्स नॉट जस्ट कि एक वीडियो बना लिया और डाल दिया, बट इट वॉज अ स्पेस फॉर मी वेयर आई कुड शेयर एनीथिंग विद अ माइक. आई कुड शेयर माई चैलेंजेस, माई पॉजिटिव साइड, माई नेगेटिव्स, माई हार्ट ब्रेक्स, वॉट नॉट. एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट वॉज nobody was judging me. It was just me, my mic, talking and sharing my heart out. एंड मुझे पॉडकास्टिंग का इम्पैक्ट बिल्कुल नहीं पता था. मैं तो सिर्फ फ़न के लिए पॉडकास्ट बना रही थी कि चलो ट्रेंड में है, बना लो. बट मुझे एक जाने का मैसेज आता है मेरे लिसनर का कोलकाता से, एंड कोविड टाइम में आता है कि मैम, आई वॉज वेरी सैड, आई एम लिसनिंग टू योर पॉडकास्ट एंड आई एम वेरी मोटिवेटेड, आई एम गोना अप्लाई फॉर अ जॉब. आई एम वेरी डिसहार्टन, मेरी जॉब चली गई थी, बट आई एम गोना मैसेज यू अगेन. आई विल लाइक, आई गेट रैंडम मैसेजेस, ऐसे कोई जना होगा. उस लिसनर ने मुझे 1 month बाद मैसेज किया कि मैम, आई गॉट अ जॉब, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर क्रिएटिंग दैट पॉडकास्ट. एंड आई वाज लाइक, ओह माय गॉड, एक ऑडियो पॉडकास्ट बनाने का. और जस्ट इमेजिन, मैं सिर्फ एक पॉडकास्टर हूँ. ऑन योर प्लेटफॉर्म देयर आर मल्टीपल पॉडकास्टर मेकिंग मल्टीपल पॉडकास्ट. इवन माई मॉम स्टार्टेड अ पॉडकास्ट. Yes, Inspiration with Mamta Bhatia is a podcast, and I see her so happy when she's creating this. She feels so confident, and thanks to you, because you have built that platform for so many young people, so many people जहाँ पे वो अपनी voice share कर सकते हैं. So tell us more about Hubhopper. Hubhopper है क्या?
Okay, no, so first of all, thank you so much. Can't tell you how much that means.
Yes.
So very simply put, the word podcast itself comes from the word iPod and broadcast, right? So that's basically the etymology of the word. So every single podcast on earth today, there are 5 million podcasts that exist. They need to be broadcasted by using some technology or the other. So you got creators on one side, and then you've got many platforms on the other side, right? So there needs to sit a platform that exists between the creator and the many platforms that can be the home of the podcast, and that will distribute it across all of these different avenues. Otherwise, it would be impossible for you to go and put your podcast in all of these different places, then to collect your data from all of these different places. They may be collecting data differently, then to build a website for your podcast. So basically what Hubhopper is colloquially called a hosting and distribution platform that sits between creators on one side and many platforms on the other. And it fulfills the job of being able to allow a podcaster to do everything that they need for their podcast. Essentially, it allows them to create their podcast. It allows them to edit their podcast. It allows them to distribute their podcast to 25 plus platforms.
Wow.
It gives them...
And for free, right? They can host
it
for free.
Yes.
Wow.
Then they can get their data of all of their platforms within Hubhopper itself. They're able to create websites for their podcast, which is very important because sometimes a podcaster doesn't only want to be heard on Spotify. They also want to be heard on their own platform. They can create embedded players for their podcast, and they can even, as you go deeper and deeper into podcasting, and I don't want to overcomplicate it, but there are things called private podcasts. So let's say you want to restrict podcasts to only few of your most loyal listeners, or you want to restrict your podcast to only people that are paying you. You can do that with a private podcast.
That's possible.
Yes.
Wow.
You can create social collateral from your podcast. So imagine you giving your voice and then the platform being able to create collateral for you, create blogs for you, create textual stuff for you.
Wow.
It allows you to do... So basically, your podcast management software is a hosting platform, and Hubhopper is a hosting platform.
Oh, that's amazing. And the best thing I like about Hubhopper is that there are multiple hosting platforms, like Anchor is one of them. Then I think there's Buzzsprout.
Correct.
But what makes Hubhopper stand out, like the best thing that I like is you are distributing it to a lot of Indian platforms like Wink, Hangama, Ghana. I don't think so यहाँ पे होता भी था podcast पहले, right?
No, and that was actually, it came because of a problem statement from the creators.
Achha.
Because the creators would launch their podcast और वो podcast जाता था 2-3 जगह में at the time. एक platform था TuneIn, one was Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and then Spotify had just come into podcasting. So Spotify came into podcasting 2017-18. Now the problem was that Apple का penetration in India is very low, right? TuneIn कोई इंडिया में तो सुनता नहीं था. So nobody knew it or cared about it. Google Podcast, ठीक है, was easy when you were searching. But outside of that, people were having a very hard time that they were putting in all of this effort, but then their content wasn't reaching anybody that cared about it.
Exactly.
So we had to go to platforms, but we had to make it very easy for platforms to adopt podcasting. So we built out technology to take to music site platforms or to applications that were...
I think Paytm also, right?
Yeah, that had a lot of Indian users. And we basically told them that you don't have to worry, you don't have to think about this. We will take your platform live with podcasts in 35 days, right? And because of basically giving them something where they didn't have to spend too much, they didn't have to think too much or work too much, and the media format was growing,
they agreed on it.
They agreed to it. And by agreeing to it, everybody benefited. So you had the platform that got a new media format of content. The creator was finally being able to reach audiences that mattered to them.
Exactly.
And Hubhopper in the middle was being able to give something that was valuable to the creator.
Exactly.
So that's why basically we took all of these platforms live, and it spread across, because we had some creators that wanted to reach the JioSaavn and the Winks and the Hangamas. But then we also had certain creators that wanted to reach Gioni phones and Carbon phones and Intex phones. So how do you appeal to them? Because they predominantly wanted to reach, different demographic. So we had to go live with them also. So it became a really exciting journey for us to go and find the types of platforms that matter.
So to explain it to the people who are listening to us. So जैसे YouTube and Instagram में होता है कि you upload a video and it stays on YouTube, it stays on Instagram. But Hubhopper में क्या होता है, अगर आप कोई ऑडियो कंटेंट को अपलोड करते हो वो सिर्फ Hubhopper पे नहीं रहेगा, वो मल्टीपल प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे जाता है, हंगामा, विंगाना एंड 50+ प्लेटफॉर्म्स, which gives you an edge over other platforms like YouTube or Instagram. So moving on, पॉडकास्ट सब लोग बना रहे हैं आजकल, बहुत वायरल हो गया है. इनफैक्ट आई वाज जस्ट चेकिंग, स्पॉटिफाई में आजकल वीडियो भी डाल सकते हो आप अपने पॉडकास्ट में. क्या हबहॉपर में भी ऐसा कुछ आने वाला है थोड़े टाइम में?
Very possibly.
Yeah.
Very possibly.
That's
Except
nice.
we'll do it a little bit differently if we do it.
Okay.
And what that will be is we won't just, restrict it to being able to upload the video on Hubhopper.
Okay.
We'll try and make it such that you can upload the video into many places.
Oh, that's interesting. That's nice. Okay, so when we talk about podcasting, everybody is making a podcast. All the celebrities, influencers are making a podcast. But to be frank, how to make money out of a podcast? Because
That's a
money is
great
important. आप एक हद तक अपने पैशन को फॉलो कर सकते हो, बट इफ यू नॉट अर्निंग आउट ऑफ इट, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस कहीं ना कहीं खत्म हो जाता है. एंड आई एम श्योर देयर आर मल्टीपल वेज टू अर्न मनी आउट ऑफ अ पॉडकास्ट. सो कैन यू इलैबोरेट इट?
Yeah, so that's a wonderful question. Best way to also think about, so there are few ways to go about this. One is to think about why you're starting a podcast. Is your podcast being started for a money motive? That will have implications on the length of the podcast, how you structure the podcast, the audience that you're speaking to, etc. Is it being created from a hobbyist perspective, or is it being created as a job that's being given to you by, let's say, your boss, or from some reason or other? So first you need to identify that. Post identifying that, once you figure out the category, there are normally 4 or 5 predominant ways to make money through your podcast. You should use a blend of them.
Okay. In
my opinion. So there's host read advertising. Host read advertising is very simply like radio jockeys back in the day used to endorse a product, which was organic within the content itself. Now host read campaigns normally are very valuable in terms of their the cost that they're able to command, because that the advertisement sticks with the content forever.
Throughout.
Yeah.
Forever.
So it's like almost buying a work of art. Because there are some brands that have advertised using host read campaigns on podcasts in the West, when the podcast just had like 100 listeners. Now the podcast has millions of listeners, but the ad still stays.
So you can still benefit from it.
So they're still benefiting, and they're not spending anything on branding now because their branding is being taken care of by the podcast. Then there's something called programmatic advertising. Programmatic advertising is just like Google and Facebook. The ad will go and the ad will be taken out after a particular duration. So you have to basically be listed on different programmatic platforms, which will then allow you to have...
Can you name a programmatic platform where people can
There are
list
lots of platforms like AdsWiz, Triton, stuff like that. But the problem on this side is that the technology exists, the content exists, everything exists, but you need the brands to start spending money in audio programmatic.
They're not spending money in
Not
audio.
that much yet.
Not that much.
Then you can get a sponsor for your podcast, and a sponsor for your podcast is something that people will inherently understand fairly well, right? And that podcast will basically be, let's say this podcast is brought to you by Cadbury, and then it's going to be a podcast that surrounds chocolate in some format or the other, or people with a sweet tooth or something like that. So if your podcast is in a particular category, it makes a lot of sense to approach brands that fall into that cohort. Then there are ways that actually a lot of people in the West leverage off of, but not a lot of people in the East. Affiliate marketing. Because within the process of your podcast, you're using a Rode mic, for example. A Rode mic will be able to fetch a fairly large amount of affiliate, and they've got an affiliate campaign that exists. You've got a bunch of different things that you're talking about in your podcast. Anytime you're talking about those different things, you can leverage off of it from an affiliate standpoint. And as your podcast grows more and more and more, you can start leveraging off of that. Then another way is merchandising, where you don't have to be the person that's creating the merchandise. You find a third party person who creates merchandise, and they only make the merchandise when an order is placed.
Oh,
So
ठीक है.
a lot of people,
Made to order.
yeah, it's made to order, and here you don't have to pay the merchandising platform anything. So
Okay.
it's like a partnership between the creator and the merchandising platform,
Okay.
right? And you design your t-shirts, let's say. Somebody orders the t-shirt. On the order of the t-shirt, the t-shirt is made by the merchandising partner, and then there's a revenue split that exists between you.
Oh,
That's it.
Wow,
Then,
that's nice.
yeah.
What can you name a platform where people can reach out to?
There is a platform called, I'll send it to you after this.
I feel podcast से जैसे audience connect होती है ना, वो कोई और platform से नहीं होती. It's like you're listening to a friend. ऑडियो कंटेंट बहुत सालों से चला हुआ आ रहा है ऑलरेडी. सो डू यू थिंक आजकल वीडियो पॉडकास्ट ट्रेंड हो रहा है, व्हाई इज इट सो इम्पॉर्टेंट कि बहुत सारे वेल रिनाउंड ब्रांड्स भी पॉडकास्टिंग को यूज़ करें, एंड हाउ कैन ब्रांड्स मेक द मोस्ट थ्रू पॉडकास्टिंग, एंड हाउ कैन ब्रांड्स यूज पॉडकास्टिंग टू प्रमोट देयर कंपनी?
Okay, awesome. So I think, let me put it in the most human way first before going into data.
Yes.
I think it's a wonderful way for a brand to initiate an actual deep conversation with either consumers or with partners or with employees. That's the best way for me to put it, because while an Instagram feed is phenomenal,
Absolutely.
it plays its own part. The thing is, at the end of the day, you also want to have a deeper
connection with the brand.
connection, a more meaningful conversation. You want to know what somebody stands for. How are you going to do that without hearing a slightly longer conversation or digging into answers to a slightly deeper of a degree? So from a brand's perspective, I don't believe that it's an option for brands anymore. I think every brand must have a podcast, because
Absolutely.
it's almost like saying every brand must have a conversation. I would say that.
Absolutely. That's
Now,
so deep.
Why should brands specifically opt for audio plus video companions? Because I don't think they're competing. They're actually complementary. The video podcast will actually be your top of funnel. It will get people to find out that the podcast exists. People will be able to start consuming it in a really easy way. But the ability for you to forget about it is quite quick. Also, your attention span is a lot lower with video.
And short form content also.
So, so your call to action should actually be taking the short clips that you have on video, and you should get people to listen to the long form on audio. Why should they be listening to the long form on audio? Because on average, people will listen for at least 25 minutes.
Okay.
So if they listen for 25 minutes, the amount of stuff you can tell them within those 25 minutes is quite a lot. Number one is that. Number two is, so your listen through rate is longer. Your memory encoding with audio is much longer.
Much longer. That's nice.
And much higher. So you got 70% memory encoding with audio. People tend to make brand purchase decisions via audio because they don't have the same ad blindness.
Exactly.
When it comes to when you're looking now, our brains have wired themselves in a way that if something is advertorial, we just completely switch off.
Exactly. It's like you're selling us something and we don't want it.
But when it's audio, our guards are down.
Yes.
It's hitting our subconscious. It's hitting a different part of our brain itself. So I think that brands need to, number one, have conversations. Number two, they need to, so like conversations with, like I said, either potential new buyers
or partners. With anybody. I feel brands ko, it's high time that they need to share their why, they need to share their stories, they need to share their lows and highs and everything, so that unki authenticity pata lage.
Correct.
People generally don't relate with the company. People relate with people who are part of the company, people who have made the company.
100%.
Right? So I think that in that way, podcasting can be a major, or it can give brands also exponential growth and connection with their consumers. Right?
That's one thing, but it's also, imagine a lot of people where who run companies, and the companies have satellite offices or offices across the board. Now, imagine a company that has 150 people and they're hiring people in different cities.
Yes.
That those people have no no feeling of loyalty towards the CXOs because they don't get to hear the CXOs, or they don't get to hear about the culture. They get a onboarding manual when they enter the organization, and that's
Yes.
about it.
And the mindset of the CEO of the company and the mindset of a manager is completely different.
Yeah.
They cannot share this, like they can share the same vision, but जैसे एक CEO vision बता सकता है company का, वो एक manager नहीं बता सकता.
So it's a
Yeah.
brilliant way to create a bond
Yeah.
that it doesn't necessarily require a physical location,
Yes.
and where the CXO is also not feeling. If it's an audio podcast, they're not feeling,
uncomfortable or
scared in front of a
overwhelmed
mic.
in front of
Yeah.
the camera.
Yeah.
Moving on, since podcasting is growing exponentially, do you think there's a need for podcast studios or podcasting spaces जहाँ पे लोग podcast record कर सके? There are people who are helping them to record high quality podcasts or even a video podcast.
It's a nuanced question. 100% yes and no.
Okay.
If you're a podcaster starting out, none of this is important. None of this is relevant at all. You need to be able to figure out what it is that you want to share with the world. You need to be able to figure out the lowest barrier of entry to start, the cheapest barrier of entry to start.
Yes.
And you need to get yourself out there. You need to get over your fear of the fact that in the beginning, nobody is going to hear your podcast unless you want them to.
I think,
you know?
yeah. And people will listen to you. I feel हर जने की ना मेरे पॉडकास्टिंग वर्कशॉप में बहुत सारे लोग बोलते थे मैम मुझे कौन सुनेगा, आई एम जस्ट अ कॉलेज स्टूडेंट. एंड मेरी पॉडकास्टिंग वर्कशॉप में एक लड़की थी, शी वाज आई थिंक इन स्कूल एंड शी वाज क्रिएटिंग कंटेंट. एंड बाकी लोग इंस्पायर्ड हो गए कि इफ शी कैन डू इट जस्ट बीइंग इन स्कूल, then I just told them one thing, you will find your tribe.
No,
हर जने के लिए
I
listener
couldn't agree
होते हैं.
more with you. I'm saying if you don't want people to listen to you, they don't need to, in the way that I know a lot of people that start podcast, they really want to start a podcast,
Yeah.
but they don't want to put themselves out there. So they
Yes.
take the author name and they change the author name to some other pseudonym, or they'll change it to the name
Oh.
Anonymous.
अच्छा.
So you can put yourself out there while still feeling protected, and then you can reveal yourself when you wish.
Later on.
There will be people listening 100%.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I think in the beginning when you're a podcaster, it's just about sharing your story. It's about writing those 50 potential titles down. It's about figuring out who that audience is. And it's about getting that first message in your inbox that tells you that people are listening. And that's the moment where you start to feel how
Happy about it.
Yeah.
Just feel so excited about it.
over time, as you become a more serious podcast and you become better and better, at that point, things like this, studios like this become very important.
It matters. Yes.
Because for the creme de la creme of your 1% podcaster who's now past their 50th episode, past their even 25th episode, where you've passed something called the pod feeding, like a chasm, which is
Yeah.
most podcasters don't cross their 4th episode. So if you've crossed
Oh.
your 4th episode, you're already in the top 10%.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Seriously? I think
Yeah.
I have crossed 240 episodes.
There
now,
you go.
yeah.
There you go. And claps for you. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
most don't cross the. So even when I say there are 5 million podcasts in the world,
They have
5
stopped
million
me.
includes even the ones that have made one episode. So
Guys, please make podcasts.
right now is the time.
Right
You
now is
need
the
to
time. Like, don't listen to people around you. You have no idea कि एक podcast बनाना आपकी personal growth में भी कितना ज़्यादा change ला सकता है. It is wonderful. Trust me.
If anybody wants like a reason to start a podcast, they think that it's getting crowded. It's getting crowded, but it's not that crowded yet. And I'll tell you a couple of ways for you to give you some knowledge on this. Number one is, whilst there are 5 million podcasts that have been made, that's since the beginning of time. Currently, there are only 500,000 active podcasts globally.
That's a very less number
Right?
when
That's
you
not
compare
that
it with,
much.
Yeah, that's not
Most
that much.
podcasts don't cross past the 4th episode. So if you've crossed past the 3rd or 4th episode, you're already in a very small percentage. And number 3 is, I would say, as a podcaster, as somebody who's an aspiring podcaster, take a category. All right, here's a really wonderful test. Take a category and ask yourself who's the best podcaster in the country in this category. It'll be very hard for you to find names outside of a few categories like finance.
Yeah, you're
So
right about
that's when you'll be able to see that this space actually has it doesn't have people that own full categories yet. So you can be that person right now.
Exactly. And there is space for you. And I feel whenever a person is podcasting or hosting a podcast, you have your own unique way. So don't think कि बहुत सारे लोग market में आ गए. You will have your own spark जब आप एक podcast host करते हो, and it will bring out the best in you. You will realize कि आपके अंदर इतनी सारी skill है जो शायद आपको भी नहीं पता होंगी once you enter into podcasting. So it was a wonderful conversation with you, Gautam. Any last message that you would like to give to the audience? And I'll be adding the link of Hubhopper also. Go there, create your podcast, and if you feel any hindrance or anything, just feel free to reach out to us. What will be your last message?
My last message is the first message that I told myself when I was about to start Hubhopper. So when it comes to starting your podcast, and I've said this ad nauseum, you're thinking a lot about it. I would say start counting to 20. You know, by the time you reach 5, make your first move. By the time you reach 10, make your second move. Open a notebook, write the potential title for your podcast and get started. It doesn't mean that it's going to be the podcast you end up with. It means that you've, taken the step to find the courage to actually begin your journey. That's it.
That's it. And your voice matters. So you will find your tribe. Don't worry about kaun sunega. I'll be your first listener. And Gautam too.
I will definitely be.
Yes. And once you've created your podcast, do share it in the comment section. And if you need any help, we are here for you. Thank you so much, everybody. Do like and subscribe to our channel and share it with a person who podcast banana chahta hai. And with your loved ones too. Thank you.